You're listening to the Real Estate Runway podcast, powered by Quattro Capital, where we are all about alternative business and investment strategies to help you amplify life and maximize wealth. Here's your host, the recovering engineer turned multifamily investor, Chad Sutton.
All right, Real Estate Runway family, welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Runway podcast. I'm your host, Chad Sutton, and I'm joined here with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Dan Lewkowicz. Dan is a seasoned real estate veteran with over 15 years experience in many facets of real estate. Starting his career house hacking, he quickly moved up to flipping houses in and around the Metro Detroit area and eventually created a company called Renaissance Real Estate Ventures, which specializes in acquisition, financing, renovation, and resale of single-family residential properties in the booming city of Detroit, Michigan. Before forming the Lewkowicz Group of Encore Real Estate Investment Services, Dan was a senior advisor at Fortis Net Lease, specializing in commercial real estate investment sales. He is also a former business development executive for Amazon in Detroit, and currently Dan is a senior director of the Lewkowicz Group of Encore Real Estate Investment Services and specializes in shopping centers, medical office buildings, industrial fulfillment centers, quick service restaurants, automotive repairs or part stores, and more. What does this guy not do? Of lesser known fact, Dan possesses industry-leading knowledge on cannabis cultivation and its impact on the economy in general and industrial commercial real estate specifically. An expert on multifamily and the current economic undercurrents facing the asset class in today's post-COVID world, Dan often expresses the incredible opportunities for investors of all sizes. Dan also is an amazing father of 4 lovely children residing in Birmingham, Michigan with his wife, Brady Lewkowicz, and enjoys running, boxing, lifting weights, yoga, and playing the acoustic guitar. We have that in common, brother. Dan, welcome to the show. So happy to have you here. What's going on, brother?
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it and appreciate you dealing with the fact that I'm busy. Just gonna open the sunroof here. A little busy. It's great to be on your show. You know, you were on my show. We've got a lot in common, and just excited to see where this goes, my man.
That's right. And guys, if you missed that episode, it is Dan on Top, the hashtag Dan on Top show. That is a streamcast, kind of one up me there a little bit. We came into that episode with some bumping music and had a good time. So go check that one out. His show is incredible. Love to have him on as well. I feel like I'm having a celebrity on the show with Dan showing up here on Real Estate Runway. So very, very good. And as we see, if you're on YouTube today with us, Dan is in the car about to go give a public speaking event. Tell us about that real quick. I love what you're doing here. Let's make that known.
Yeah, appreciate that. So I'm the CEO and co-founder of the CRE PRO course, which is actually a suite of services for commercial real estate investors and brokers. Our website is creprocourse.com. That's creprocourse.com. And we have a course that is on demand. It's got 25 modules, 28 lessons, taught by myself and fellow CRE Pro Zach Rasinger. It's an incredible course. We've got people all over the world that have taken it. We also have mentorship programs. People are having very specific structured mentorship programs with our mentors. And we even have a mastermind. So I'm speaking right now in just a few minutes at the International Academy of Inkster in Inkster, Michigan. It's the American International Academy. And they are actually having me speak to the senior class about commercial real estate, about becoming a commercial real estate investor or a broker. And, you know, God willing, we're going to be incorporating this training program or a version of it into high schools around the country, which is really exciting.
Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. I mean, most of our listeners here, Dan, are commercial real estate professionals. They are active and new investors. Imagine what power that would have been to have had that kind of information at your fingertips in high school, right? Not figuring out when we were 40.
I know. That's what I'm saying, man. I feel the exact same way. I think that, you know, the information that you can gain today from these courses and mentorship and hands-on experience at a young age, it's unprecedented. I mean, real estate was always a great opportunity, especially commercial real estate. But now with what's gone on in terms of the amount of funding that's available for new businesses or small businesses, the amount of support and training and guidance, it's like, if I could learn this at 18, 20 years old, I don't even know where I'd be today.
This is incredible. So you know what? We cannot replace the value of that program in a 25-minute podcast. What I'd love to do is just have a conversation about becoming a commercial real estate professional, what that means to you, how one can kind of go about, getting down that path. Let's go that direction, man.
So listen, the way that I became the CRE Pro is that I learned everything myself through working with mentors and great people and great businesses over 2 decades. So, I first got involved in this industry back in 2005. I actually created a company called Disability Made Easy, which was a barrier-free home modification company. And this company would renovate homes to make them handicap accessible. I did the sales and marketing, but I'll never forget going to one of those job sites and seeing our project manager, make something and put it together and repurpose it and, just basically make something better. And I went through this process for 15, 20 years in terms of working at other brokerages and investing and flipping and developing and building. And when I got to commercial real estate brokerage, I had to figure it out myself, Chad. I had to create new systems or borrow systems that I learned when I worked at Amazon or at other companies and make them specific for CRE Pro. And that's what I did. I created the CRE Pro course, and my partner, Zach Rasinger, did the same thing. We partnered up and built this incredible institution. And now, if people want to join into this, all they have to do is go to our website, creprocourse.com, get on there, get on the course. And if you want more information, go to our websites, watch great content like this that you guys are putting out, which is incredible, and learn and grow and just ask the right questions. I mean, you have a course in front of you that can teach you how to make millions of dollars every year passively. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Dan. So, I mean, what all aspects of commercial real estate are you playing in today? I mean, you are a broker, you are a holder of private equity shares in real estate. I mean, just kind of give us a preview of what one can expect, if you follow these, the trail that's been blazed for those before you.
Oh, yeah. If you can expect to be just like me, if that's what you want. You can, have your own team.
Hairstyle and all,
I've
right?
got a team of brokers. The hairstyle, I can't promise. This is good genes. But basically, thank my bubby for that. So, and by the way, if you want to learn from my bubby, my grandmother, who's 96 years old, been flipping houses since the 60s, go to my website, danontop.com, episode 131. Episode 131. It's one of the episodes where I interview my bubby. And that's a perfect example. I grew up in this industry. I got trained from watching things hands-on from my family members and from my friends and from my mentors. And I took all of that information, I compiled it into a course with Zach. And this course is designed to give you what I didn't have, what we had to make. And it also gives you access to our community, because the CRE Pro tribes people, the tribesmen and women that are in the CRE Pro, they end up working in the industry many times in our companies, which is absolutely incredible.
That's awesome. Now, is this the original house hacker? I think I saw that episode on your site somewhere.
Yeah, that's the one. Exactly. I called her the original. She's like the OG of house hacking, because I do a lot of house hacking now, but really my bubby was doing it, at 5'2", speaking no English in the 1950s and 60s, running around Detroit, and she's, God bless her, she's still alive. She's amazing. I was just with her the other day, and that if you can learn that without learning the language, without knowing anything about the culture, and you can build a family and a career, I mean, what does that tell you about America and about the opportunity in real estate?
It absolutely is. It is the longest standing proven asset class, right? I mean, everything is cyclical, right? But over time, I mean, how many common denominators do we have with real estate being a part of people's wealth stories, going back to King of England days, right? Way back in time. Incredible stuff.
No doubt. That's a good point. That's a good point. And that's why what I look at, like, you want to go to college, go to college. You want to rack up student loans, rack up student loans. You want to work for 15, 20, 30. I don't care if the new minimum wage is $50 an hour. You want to work for $50 an hour? That's still only $100K a year. And you know what? For some people, that's amazing. I love that. But if you want freedom to not have to go into a specific place of business, if you want freedom to help people, to work nationwide or even worldwide, and to look at this, man, you and I are friends because of real estate. I have cool friends because of real estate. So if you want to do those things, take this course, get into this industry and do it. I mean, it's in front of you. To go in a different direction almost doesn't make sense unless your goal is not freedom and money and influence and experience and good relationships.
Yeah, Dan. So, I got to take a question here, because, it sounds like your program is really showing people how to become a commercial real estate professional. That can mean a lot of things. You, my friend, are kind of a combination of a few things. You are a commercial broker in multiple asset classes, and you're acquiring assets for passive income. How do those strategies play together? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's such a good question. And I deal with this on a regular basis. People ask that question a lot. So first and foremost, I'm a broker. I've got a brokerage team, the Lewkowicz Group of Encore Real Estate Investment Services. We sell a lot of real estate. And in fact, this year we'll sell about $1.3 billion of net leased assets around the country. It's with a capital B.
Capital B.
We're the number one. We're an incredible group of people. So I represent buyers and sellers of all different types, and I advise my clients on strategies to increase their portfolio and investment holdings and success. So I also have been a real estate investor for a long time. I flipped a ton of houses. I've owned real estate. I've managed real estate. I've built real estate, converted real estate. I've grown in real estate. They're doing all kinds of great things. Pretty soon, probably be mining Bitcoin in real estate. But amongst all those things, I've learned a lot, and I also have my own investment strategy. So I love beachfront assets. I love assets that are near fresh water. I love properties that are irreplaceable. So over the years I have picked up properties that meet those criteria. Now, most of my investing, admittedly, is not in net lease, just because that's an asset class that I'm newer to, if we're being frank. Now, in terms of my strategy, I will tell you that at this point in my life, I would love to put more money into net lease. And I have, I just got off a phone call with an individual in his 60s, and he's working on behalf of his brother, who, today just sold $2.5 million of stock, and he wants to put in two of my Wendy's, right? Or one of my Wendy's, I'm sorry. And I think that this is just the beginning, Chad, of people that are going to be putting more money into net lease specifically and commercial real estate. And from my perspective, as a broker, the brokerage is what I love. I mean, I love like hustling and helping people. And at the same time, I get rewarded because there are deals that other people don't buy that I buy that end up helping me and my family.
That's fantastic. If I can find the mute button, we'll let the guys edit that white space out there. So yeah, that's fantastic. So you kind of get the benefit of helping others in acquiring the assets that will provide them freedom in some facet, and then when you're lucky, you get to buy one for yourself and further your own investment goals. So that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. And the crazy thing is it's amazing, but my billionaire friends and my clients, I learn from them now. It's unbelievable. Like, I joke with my clients, I say, "Hey, Dad, what are you going to teach your son today?" And we're doing deals together, and I'm learning from the best of the best, which is incredible, which has helped me as a mentor and as an educator to just, really refine myself, because I'm learning from people that are doing mega deals. And then guess what? They're like, "Oh, Dan, do you want to be a part of this deal? Do your friends and family want to be a part of this deal?" And I say, "Yeah, 100%. So, very little of what I do is my own. Almost everything that I do is a conglomeration and a synergy, a blending of all the things I've learned over the years. And I've just been very fortunate to have great teachers."
Wow, folks, let's summarize that for a second, because that basically, go through Dan's course, because when you learn how to become a commercial real estate broker and a professional in the space, you now get access to the best in the business, right? You don't have to be the best in the business. You get access to the best in the business. It's the Dan Sullivan metric, the who, not how. You are the sum average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? Wow. Elevate yourself that way. And now Dan can put his money wherever he wants to, because he's got the best and the best that he's selling property to, and he can turn around and invest with it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, appreciate that. No doubt. It's been fun. It's been a great process.
I love it. Well, Dan, I know you've got to get to this discussion at the high school here. So let's just take a quick break, and we'll ask the final 3 questions that we like to ask every episode guest that we have on the show here. So we have heard a lot of reasons why you're awesome, why your program is awesome, but man, give me a little bit of dirt. What is your biggest failure to date, and what did it teach you?
You want personal or business?
Man, dealer's choice. Or answeree's choice.
How about I give you both? How about I give you
there
both?
You go. We got both.
So personal, my biggest personal failure is when I was in my 20s, I was going through a tough time, and one of my family members came to me and said, "You need to stop flipping houses. You are not," she called it a mechanic. She said, "You are not a mechanic." My grandfather on that side was a licensed master plumber. So you're not my father. You're not like him. You got to stop what you're doing and sell all your properties. And my biggest regret in life, my biggest dirt and mistake, is that I freaking listened. I listened to her for 2 years. I stopped flipping. And then I had to work up the courage. I said, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I shouldn't do this, even though I was doing well. And I ended up picking up myself up by bootstraps, whatever this was 10, 15 years ago, and just keep going. And I'm so glad I never listened to her, because that would have been bad. So that's the personal one. The business one, so one of my companies you mentioned is Renaissance Real Estate Ventures. We were basically an extension of a company, Oakland Real Estate Ventures, that was in Oakland County. When the market was drying up for foreclosures and distressed property, prices were appreciating very rapidly. We moved the company, rebranded completely to the city of Detroit. And this is when before Detroit was like a sexy 4-letter word. You know what I mean? It was still a 4-letter word. It wasn't sexy, So sexy is not the 4-letter word that it was. But basically, I had, moved my company and my capital and I bought trucks and stuff and sanders and equipment. I hired a lot of inner city youth, and it was a great experience. Well, I moved into the East Side, which I affectionately call the jungle, because there's no rules in East Detroit. It's unbelievable. Moved into the 48205, which other people know as the 48220 die, because for many years it was the reigning champion and the most deadly zip code in the country. And I bought a bunch of property there, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. And I did really well in those neighborhoods. And then all of a sudden, the sun started coming out and it became summer. And you know why that's relevant at all?
Tell me.
Because I bought those properties in the winter when everybody was inside and it looked like a really nice neighborhood. Well, once the snow melts and the rain stops and it starts getting sunny, most of these homes don't have air conditioning, and people start hanging out on their porches and in the street. And that's when you see the true, color of a neighborhood. And at that point, I had a decision to make, because I was sitting on toxic inventory. I was watching people literally get killed, and I was losing money every day. So I made a decision. I spoke with my inner circle. One thing I pride myself in is I am in constant consultation with my inner circle. Spoke with my inner circle, and a bunch of my people in my inner circle said to me, Dan, you're doing great in commercial real estate. Cut the cancer. Just get rid of it. Get rid of the toxic inventory. And it was one of the hardest things I had to do. I sat on that inventory for a while because my pride was hurting. But eventually when I sold it at a loss on some of these things, it totally freed up my consciousness and my energy to focus on commercial real estate. And that's when I really took off.
It makes sense. It sounds like the lesson is cut the cancer, cut the cancer. Wow.
Whatever
Incredible
it is.
Story, Dan. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's flip the other side. What is your superpower in this industry?
My superpower is my smile, man. That's my superpower.
There it is.
Because it's just who I am. That's it.
All right. And for those of you
Maybe
not on
mind,
YouTube,
too.
I guess the smile is better than the hairdo, so that
Oh, there you go.
Fantastic. All right, Dan. Well, I know you've got some incredible information. Where can everyone find that information? What website?
So first of all, you can go to creprocourse.com. That's CRE, like commercial real estate, creprocourse.com. You can email me, Dan@creprocourse.com. That's Dan@creprocourse.com. You can follow me on LinkedIn. I highly recommend that. My first name is Dan, D-A-N, last name Lewkowicz, Lewkowicz. Again, Lewkowicz. Find me on LinkedIn. I'm there. I'm going to give you my cell phone number too. It's 248-943-2838. That's 248-943-2838. Myself or someone from my team be more than happy to add value to you.
That's fantastic, folks. Take him up on that offer. That is an incredible gesture from someone of his stature. This will all be in the show notes. Don't you worry your pretty little heads about picking that up while you're driving down the road. So last thing, one of Quattro's 4 pillars, Dan, is philanthropy. What philanthropic cause can we promote us and our listeners on your behalf?
Beautiful. So the Lewkowicz Group just sponsored the Yeshiva Beth Yehuda annual dinner. That's YBY, yeshivabethyehuda.org. or yeshivabethyehuda.org. And you can reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. I was the former development director there. So we just gave a nice donation. We sponsored their annual dinner, which was about 2 weeks ago. And we also are a proud sponsor of the Israel national bobsled team, which is trying for the Olympics right now. So if you look at Bob Team Israel, I believe it's called bobteamisrael.com, or you just send me a message, you'll see the Lewkowicz Group's logo on Israel's national bobsled team. On the bobsled.
That is incredible. What a memorable experience. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
and
Dan,
you can check out, if you go to my website, if you go to danontop.com, that's danontop.com, you have information for both of those charities, as well as a promotional video.
That's the one thing to remember, folks, danontop.com, and go check out the Dan on Top streamcast, not podcast. You'll be blown away with the quality and the individuals that he has on the show. I think I was lucky enough to make the cut, but man, go check out that episode on the original, the OG of house hacking, his Bobby. That is fantastic. All right. Well, I know that he has a speaking engagement to get to in about 4 minutes, so we're going to cut him loose. Dan, thank you for coming on the show, dropping all these nuggets. We appreciate you so much. Have a great day.
My pleasure. Thanks so much.
We hope this episode was insightful and brought value to your day. If so, please be awesome and leave us a 5-star review. Find out how Team Quattro can help you at thequattroway.com. Until next time, this is the Real Estate Runway Podcast.